Hi, today I'm making Keto BBQ Pulled Pork Pizza, and it is good for protein-sparing modified fast. Hi, I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto recipes and carnivore cooking ideas. If you're new here, please hit subscribe and check out some of my other videos. If you're returning, thanks for coming to check this one out. Okay, so today I am making a pizza. It's going to be a square flat pizza, barbecue pulled pork that I made the other day. If you saw my video I made last week of the barbecued pulled pork from Maria Emmerich's cookbook. That's what I'm using, the leftovers of that to make this pizza. And I will link the barbecued pulled pork recipe down below, the video for that. So let's get started. For the base, I'm using egg white bread, Maria Emmerich's original recipe with the tweaks I learned from my ketogenic family. I will link both those below, and I'm going to go through what is going in here. So in the pizza base, I am using a half a cup egg whites. I'm using the Kirkland egg whites, egg white powder, 2 tablespoons. This is pretty much the only kind I can find in Canada. I'm sure you can find something cheaper where you are, or maybe not. I don't know. I've heard that there's some crazy prices. So the egg white powder, 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. 1/4 teaspoon of Redmond's salt. 1/2 teaspoon cream of tartar. 1 tablespoon nutritional yeast. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of xantham gum. Then we are going to mix that all up with the electric mixer. And yes, it's all being mixed together. Thank you, my ketogenic family, for that. This is not, I'm not making a loaf, I'm making a flat thing, so I don't really care how fluffy it gets, but we still are going to try to get it to stiff peaks, spread it in there, and bake it. So it's going to take a few minutes here. I'm going to start off slow to incorporate, then speed it up.
Did not mean to do that. Hang on.
Okay, so that should be thick enough. I have my oven heated, preheating to 325. It's going to go in for 10 minutes. So I only have a glass pan that's this size. I'd prefer silicone because it won't stick. Egg white really sticks to glass. So I'm going to spray this one. The other alternative is to use parchment paper. And I'm just spraying it with some coconut oil. Now I'm going to pour this in. It smells really good with the Italian seasoning in there. Now, of course, you can use this pizza base for any type of keto pizza that you want to make. So I'm just going to spread that evenly. And we're only baking it for 10 minutes because, for one thing, it's flat. It doesn't need all the baking time that the loaves of bread do. And it's also, after the 10 minutes, we're going to put our topping on and then put it back in. So just get it as flat and smooth as you can. I've also made the same recipe as mini pizzas, and I used my little silicone mini pizza pan for that, and that worked perfectly as well.
Waiting for the oven, waiting for the oven.
Okay. All right, so here's, I took this out of the freezer yesterday. This is 1 pound of the pulled pork that I made from Maria Emmerich's cookbook. This is protein sparing modified fast pork, 1 pound. I want to use half of it for this pizza. Also, I tried to keep a lot of the liquid, so it's a little liquidy. So I am going to drain it in here and then take out half. I just think it'll be easier that way while we're waiting for the pizza to cook. Pizza base. So I'm going to let that do its thing for a few minutes, get some of the liquid out. So I'll talk about the cheese for a moment. At the store, I found this cheese. It's a type of mozzarella. Maybe you have it at your store. Because this is for protein-sparing modified fast, I'm trying to keep the fat down. And as you know, cheese is high fat. So today I found this. It's called mozzarella sima. Mozzarella sima. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe the Italians would know. If any of you know how to pronounce that properly. It says pizza mozzarella contains 30% less fat than our regular pizza mozzarella. So in 30 grams, there's 4 grams of fat. I weighed this. It's about a cup, but I weighed it on my scale. This is 100 grams. So about 12 grams of fat for all the cheese going on the pizza. I will have the macros for this thing in the video notes below. Oh, and as also on the pizza base, we're going to use barbecue sauce from Primal Kitchen. They don't put any sweeteners in. There are carbs, but we're not going to use very much. I'm estimating that we will use about a 1/4 cup. So that's 4 tablespoons. I'm looking for the carbs. So we'll be using about 6 grams of carbs in total. Okay, so I'm going to measure out my 1/4 cup now while we're waiting. And we're using this instead of tomato sauce. This will give it that tangy, barbecue-y flavor we're looking for in this pulled pork pizza. Okay. Okay, so there's our base. Yeah, nice. It smells very nice with the Italian seasoning. What I'm going to do now is I am going to spread some barbecue sauce on the pulled pork. I took half of what I had frozen there. And I drained the whole thing, weighed it, then took half. And our low-fat mozzarella cheese. I've put the oven to 350 this time. It'll go back into the oven for about, I'm thinking 30 minutes, but I'm going to check it after 20. I like to do that. And there's no need to wait on this or anything. It is still warm, but we're just going to put our pizza toppings on and put it back in. So this is the barbecue sauce. So just kind of spread it on there. And the pulled pork, we're just going to distribute it evenly around the pizza. Okay. So there's our barbecued pork. And now for the cheese. All right, that looks like it's going to be good. So that's going back into the oven now for 20 to 30 minutes. And here we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, there is our barbecue pulled pork pizza. I'm going to let that cool down for a moment, and while it's cooling down, I will tell you the macros I calculated. So I calculated it for 1/4 of the pizza, and that is 224 calories, 3.1 net carbs, protein 35.1 grams, and fat 7 grams. So that can easily fit into a protein-sparing modified fast dinner. You could have a little salad on the side if you're keto. Maybe you can even have half the pizza if you can fit that into your macros. Everyone's got different macros, so who knows, but I probably would only, for myself, eat 1/4 of this. I'm going to cut it with a pizza cutter. Look at that. We have pizza, ooey gooey pizza with melted cheese, very low fat mozzarella cheese, barbecue sauce, pulled pork. It's very hot. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick it up, so I'm going to grab a knife and fork and give this a bite. Okay, so let's give this a try. Okay, that's really good. It's not going to be like some of the dry bread recipes with this egg white bread. It can be really dry because we've made it so thin and because we have put all this nice topping on top with the mozzarella. This is like having a real piece of pizza. I think I almost could pick it up. Yeah, you can pick it up. So that's good. For reheating purposes, I think it's probably going to be fine in the microwave, or if you have one of those toaster ovens. But yeah, there we go. I hope you try it and enjoy it. And all of the information, the pulled pork recipe, the macros, and the ingredients will all be posted down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Been such a good dog lately. Yeah. You didn't bark at me once during the whole video.
Waiting for the oven, waiting for the oven. Hi, today I'm making protein sparing modified. No, I didn't want to. Hi, today I'm making keto barbecue pulled pork pizza. Hi, today I'm making barbecue pulled pork pizza. I forgot the keto. If you're returning, thank you very much. And how do I want to end that? From where? From the top? Need a teleprompter? No. Yay! Well, you give someone a camera and they think they're a director. Just remember who the talent is here.